Today is July 9th, and I want you to listen carefully. Archangel Michael has been attempting to reach you, but even beyond that, my child, someone dear to you in heaven, someone you've loved deeply, and missed far more than you've allowed yourself to admit, has been urgently trying to speak with you. For the past 2 hours their spirit has been close, circling around you, whispering softly, pleading, crying into the wind, hoping you would notice the signs. And now I, your heavenly Father, have stepped forward, because your waiting is over, the time has arrived. This message isn't random, this isn't merely a video, this is a sacred calling. I've commanded it to find you, because this message was needed more than anything else today. You've been praying, haven't you, asking for signs, for peace, for reassurance that you haven't been left behind. You didn't speak it aloud, but I saw it all, every tear you tried to hide, even the ones you wiped away before anyone could see them, I saw every one. And now heaven responds, right now, not tomorrow, not next week, but in this very moment. Someone you've lost is with me now, standing beside me, asking to have their words brought to you. And I've said yes, because I love you deeply, because I've seen the ache in your soul, and because the time for silence has ended. You don't have to wait any longer. That's why this message reached you, that's why you're hearing my voice. It's no coincidence, it's divine intention, this is a message of love. If your heart is pounding, if your eyes are already wet with tears, pause for a moment, and click subscribe, because this is only the beginning of what I want to share with you. Stay connected to these sacred messages, there are divine revelations on the way, that you cannot afford to miss. Now listen closely, my child. Do you remember that day, the one your mind keeps replaying? That final conversation you shared with them, that instant you wished you could relive, just to say one more thing. That memory hasn't left them either, though they're with me now, their spirit still carries those unsaid words, that unfinished love. They haven't found complete peace, until they know you've received what they're about to express through this message. And so I, your God, have opened this divine pathway, so you can finally hear their heart clearly. They're telling me that you've been exhausted lately, that your eyes have lost some of their light, that though you smile in front of others, behind the scenes you feel incomplete. And they're right, something has indeed been missing. But not for much longer. Because today a door is opening, a spiritual door, and behind it lies the truth you've been yearning to find. Keep listening. This is not just comfort, it's a divine realignment, a breakthrough that's going to erupt into your life so suddenly, you'll wonder if it's a dream. But it's not, it will be real, undeniably real, and it begins right now. Take a deep breath, because what I'm about to say may overwhelm you emotionally, but that's all right. Let it stir you, let it awaken the silence within. My beloved, someone from heaven has waited a very long time for this moment. They've waited for your heart to be tender enough, still enough, open enough to hear them, not just in memories or dreams, but through this living message I'm sending to you now, wrapped in the fullness of heaven's power. You may feel chills move across your skin, or a strange peace settle into your chest. That's because their presence is with you now, they're watching you, eyes filled with emotion, tears, longing, and immense love. You've grieved for them, you've missed them with everything inside you. You've even wondered whether they truly knew how deeply you loved them. And the answer, my precious child, is yes, they did, they do. Every unsaid word, every withheld hug, every apology, every I love you that got stuck in your throat, I carried all of it to their heart. I've never allowed your love to go unnoticed, I never will. And today their words are coming back to you. They are saying, tell them I never really left, let them know I've been there all along, tell them I stayed near during their loneliest nights. And I want you to understand, these aren't just comforting words, these are their very real feelings, conveyed through my divine light. They were beside you when you wept into your pillow, when you whispered their name in the quiet darkness. They were there when you asked me, are they okay? And now hear me clearly, they are more than okay, they are free, and they are proud of you. You might not even realize it, but you've become stronger than you thought possible. You've carried burdens they never intended for you to bear, but you did it with grace. And today I want you to release those weights. You were never meant to carry it all alone, help is arriving, love is finding its way to you. A moment is drawing near, that will change everything, because the waiting is over. I've seen your patience, you thought no one noticed, the strength you've shown, the small but powerful acts of faith. But I did, I saw it every single time. And your reward is approaching. What you thought was gone forever, watch as I restore it. That love you believed had died, it's rising again. That flickering hope, I'm breathing new life into it. That aching loneliness, I'm about to interrupt it, with something divine. A new person, a new opportunity, a new chapter is aligning with your soul. And if you've been searching for a sign, this is it. This message, this moment, this shift you feel within. That's me, your God, that's my spirit surrounding you in truth and comfort. That's your angel whispering, hold on, we're so close. You've been holding on for so long, just hoping something would finally make sense. You've questioned your path, doubted your value, wondered if heaven had forgotten you. But today is your proof, it never forgot. You weren't being overlooked, you were being prepared. There's a difference. I didn't turn away from you, I was building your strength. I didn't deny your blessing, I was increasing your capacity to receive it. What's on its way to you now is not small, it's not random, it's not a maybe, it's divine, it's yours. But it couldn't come until your spirit was ready, and now it finally is. You're ready to be loved in the way you were always meant to be. You're ready to see the truth behind that situation that still puzzles you. You're ready to receive the message I'm placing directly into your heart, sealed by heaven, signed by my hand, carried by the angel who's been walking beside you, since your first breath. Don't disregard the signs, don't brush this off. Hear me again, someone in heaven has been trying to reach you, for the last 2 hours. Earlier today did you feel something, a subtle tug, an unexpected memory, the shadow of someone you love, who is no longer here? That wasn't your imagination, that was me preparing you, for this sacred encounter. And now you're here, you're listening, and I ask one more thing of you, remain open. Don't rush away, don't skip past this, don't scroll on. I'm still speaking, there's more I must share. And if you leave now, you might miss the very sentence your soul has been waiting to hear for years. Let me speak to the part of you no one else sees, the part that still mourns, still questions, why things had to unfold the way they did. I know you wanted more time, I know you think you could have changed something, done something different. But hear me, child, it wasn't your fault, it wasn't a mistake, it wasn't punishment. Sometimes souls return to me sooner than we expect. And though it leaves behind a wound that feels eternal, healing is already unfolding, even now as you listen. Your tears are being counted, your soul is being embraced, your path is being rearranged, to make room for something greater. Yes, greater, because I never take without preparing something deeper, more profound, more sacred in return. Let's pause just a moment. If you're still with me, if this message is resonating in your spirit, click subscribe, so you don't miss what comes next. There's another message meant for you in the coming days, one that will hold a piece of your destiny. Stay connected, keep your heart open. You are not forgotten, you are not walking alone, you are unconditionally, fiercely, eternally loved. And today, this very day, confirms that love. So stay with me. What I'm about to say next, I've waited for the perfect moment, to release into your life. And this moment, July 9th, is the one heaven appointed. Not yesterday, not next week, today. Because something in the unseen is shifting now. You are entering a chapter, where clarity will rise, and the pain that once confused you, will now reveal its divine purpose. I've seen you try to keep it together, when you felt completely lost. I saw the smile you forced, when your heart was quietly breaking. I stood near your bed every night, my spirit around you, as you whispered into the night. You thought no one heard, but I did, I sent angels to collect each tear. Nothing you've endured, none of your hope, pain, or prayers has been wasted. Today I respond, in the only way heaven knows how, with unmistakable signs, with divine alignment, with a message so intimately crafted, that you'll know it could only be meant for you. That's how deeply I love you. I don't send vague blessings, I deliver miracles, with your name written on them. You thought the opportunity had passed, you thought the door had closed. But I hold the keys, and today I'm unlocking something powerful. Because the one in heaven who's been reaching for you, is overwhelmed with emotion right now. They see how long you've suffered quietly. And they want you to know, they never meant to leave you with questions. They never wanted you to feel abandoned. They never intended for you to carry guilt or confusion. What they want most for you now, is peace. And that peace is beginning today. Every beat, every breath is my signature, etched into your existence. It's a rhythm of purpose, a pulse of promise, that I placed in you, before you ever took your first breath. That heartbeat has been carrying you, through seasons you didn't think you'd survive. It's been steady, even when everything around you was falling apart. That heartbeat is proof that I never left, proof that you are still meant to be here, and not just surviving, no my child, thriving, rising, becoming. Because what's coming next, isn't just about recovery, it's about rebirth. You are stepping into a season, where everything that once broke you, will now build you. The pain that once silenced you, will now give you a voice that heals others. The grief that once paralyzed you, will now empower you, to move with compassion, with wisdom, with unshakable strength. You are not the same person, who cried themselves to sleep all those nights. You've been transformed, reshaped, refined. And even though it didn't feel like it, while you were walking through the fire, the truth is, the fire didn't consume you, it refined you. The darkness didn't bury you, it revealed your light. The silence didn't mean I was absent, it meant I was preparing something sacred, that required your stillness. And now that time of preparation is complete, now it's time to emerge. I'm lifting you out of everything that tried to drown you. Out of the confusion that clouded your decisions, out of the fear that chained your spirit, out of the self-doubt that made you question your worth. I am lifting you into clarity, into courage, into confidence. Not the kind of confidence that comes from accomplishments or applause, but the kind that comes from knowing who walks with you, the kind that rises from within, when you remember that your steps are ordered, your name is known in heaven, and your purpose is undeniable. You don't need to beg for direction anymore, I'm making it clear. You don't need to force things to happen, I'm making a way. You don't need to worry if you're too late or too broken, my timing is perfect, and my healing is complete. I'm not working around your pain, I'm working through it. I'm not avoiding your wounds, I'm healing them, one by one, layer by layer, gently, fully. And there's something else you need to know. That person you lost, the one whose memory you carry like a sacred flame, they see what you're stepping into now. They know how far you've come. They're not just watching from afar, they're interceding for you, cheering for you. And they want you to know that it's okay to live again, to smile again, to love again. You don't have to keep your joy locked away, out of loyalty to the pain. Grief was never meant to be your home, it was only ever a hallway. And now you're walking out of that hallway, into something new. Into rooms filled with light, with laughter, with love. You're allowed to feel joy again without guilt, you're allowed to dance again without shame. Because this next chapter is not about what you've lost, it's about what you're finding. You're finding your voice, your power, your freedom. And yes, your people, those rare souls, who will honor your journey, who will celebrate your growth, who will sit with you in silence, and dance with you in light. I am sending them to you, one by one, in divine timing. And when they arrive, you won't have to perform, you won't have to shrink, you won't have to hide the tender places of your heart. They'll love you there, they'll see you there, they'll speak to your soul, in the same language heaven's been using all along, truth, grace, presence. You'll feel it when it happens, you'll know. You'll know because your spirit will exhale, for the first time in what feels like forever. You'll feel your chest soften, your mind quiet, your body rest. That's what alignment feels like, that's what divine connection feels like. And don't be surprised, when your creativity returns, when the dreams you tucked away start to wake up again, when ideas start flowing through you like water. That's not just inspiration, it's restoration. I'm restoring what life tried to take, I'm returning what the enemy tried to steal, and I'm multiplying what you thought was lost. You see, I never waste pain, I recycle it. I turn it into purpose, into poetry, into portals of healing for others. Everything you've been through is going to help someone else. Every scar is going to shine with glory. There's someone right now who is going through what you survived, and they're going to find strength through your story. That's why I kept you here, that's why I held you through the storms, not just so you could survive, but so you could lead others to healing too. Your life is a lighthouse now, a beacon for those still lost at sea. You shine, not because everything is perfect, but because even in your brokenness, you chose to believe, you chose to hope, you chose to keep going. And that choice, that sacred trembling yes, that's what shifted everything. So don't minimize what you've done, don't downplay how far you've come. You've crossed invisible mountains, that no one else saw. You've fought silent battles, that would have broken others. You've carried grief with grace, pain with patience, and dreams with determination. Today is July 9th and I want you to listen carefully. Archangel Michael has been attempting to reach you, but even beyond that, my child, someone dear to you in heaven, someone you've loved deeply and missed far more than you've allowed yourself to admit, has been urgently trying to speak with you for the past 2 hours. Their spirit has been close, circling around you, whispering softly, pleading, crying into the wind, hoping you would notice the signs. And now I, your heavenly Father, have stepped forward. Because your waiting is over, the time has arrived. This message isn't random, this isn't merely a video, this is a sacred calling. I've commanded it to find you because this message was needed more than anything else today, and now heaven is responding, not with vague promises, but with real shifts, real signs, real blessings. You're going to feel it, see it, walk in it. Your dreams are not denied. They've just been delayed for divine timing. And now the clock is striking, the gates are opening, the tables are turning. You are not behind, you are right on time. And for the first time in a long time, you're going to feel safe in your own skin, safe in your purpose, safe in your calling. Because I am grounding you, rooting you, lifting you, not on shaky foundations, but on sacred ground. I'm sending provision, unexpected resources, open doors, favor that makes no sense. And it's not because you earned it, it's because you endured, it's because you trusted, it's because your heart stayed soft, even when the world was hard. And that softness, that's your superpower, that's where I live. That's where miracles begin, in the tender, trusting, surrendered heart. And yours, my beloved, is ready now. So lift your head, unclench your fists, open your hands. Your time is here, the shift has begun, and nothing will ever be the same. Not because everything around you suddenly changes overnight, but because you on the inside are being completely transformed. From doubt to trust, from fear to faith, from pain to purpose, from waiting to walking. This is not a rehearsal, this is the real thing. This is the life I designed for you, before the world ever told you who to be. This is the joy I dreamed for you, before the sadness clouded your sky. So walk forward now, not because you're certain, but because you're called. Not because you have all the answers, but because you've heard the whisper. And that whisper, that's me. I've always been here, waiting, loving, guiding. And now, child, I'm walking you home, not to a place, but to yourself, your true self, the one I created, the one who is finally ready to rise. I had to prepare you for a love that wouldn't confuse you, a purpose that wouldn't drain you, and a joy that wouldn't disappear the moment things got hard. I've been making space inside of you, for something that could last, something sacred, something eternal. That's why the old had to leave, that's why certain people couldn't stay, that's why certain dreams had to fall apart, because they were never meant to carry the weight of who you are becoming. And I know you didn't always understand it, I know you cried, questioned, and wrestled with the timing. But nothing was wasted, not a tear, not a delay, not a detour. Every step brought you closer to this moment, the moment where your heart finally makes peace with the past and starts to expect something beautiful from the future again. The moment where you realize it didn't break you, it built you. You are not fragile, you are not weak, you are not broken beyond repair. You are sacred architecture, designed by divine hands, restored by holy love, and supported by strength you never even knew you had. And now that strength is going to carry you into the season you were made for. A season where things begin to align, not because you forced them, but because you surrendered to timing greater than your own. Yes, surrender, that's the key now. Not the kind that means giving up, but the kind that means letting go of what was never meant to stay. The kind that means trusting me, even when the path ahead isn't fully clear. The kind that says, even if I don't understand, I still believe you are good. Because that belief, pure, childlike, quiet, that's what moves mountains. And mountains are moving now. You may not feel it yet, you may still see the same scenery. But beneath the surface, the shift has begun. The ground is breaking open, to let new life rise. The seeds you planted in tears, are about to bloom in joy. The prayers you whispered in silence, are being answered, in ways beyond what you imagined. You thought you were forgotten, but really you were hidden, for protection, for preparation, for a purpose that's about to be revealed. I hid you because I loved you, because I needed you to grow roots, before you grew wings. And now the wings are forming, the sky is calling, the wind is shifting, and you are ready. Ready to rise, ready to speak, ready to walk in the fullness of what I placed inside you, long before the pain ever came. You've been entrusted with light, light that can pierce through darkness, light that can lead others home, light that never burns out, because it comes from me. Don't dim that light, just to make others comfortable. Don't shrink yourself, to fit into places that don't recognize your worth. You were made to shine, not just in the easy places, but especially in the hard ones. That's why I allowed you to walk through what you did, not to destroy you, but to deepen you, to make you compassionate, to make you wise, to make you unshakable. And now all of that is becoming your power, all of that is becoming your story. And your story matters more than you know. There are people who will only heal, because they hear how you survived. There are hearts that will only open, because you chose to be vulnerable. There are chains that will break, because you decided not to stay silent. Don't underestimate the ripple effect of your healing. It is changing lives, it is shifting atmospheres, it is birthing miracles. So don't wait for perfect timing anymore. The time is now, the moment is now, the shift is already happening. Walk in it, speak from it, move with it. Let your faith be louder than your fear, let your hope be stronger than your doubt, let your love be bigger than your past. Because love, real love, is what I'm pouring into your life next. Love that sees you, love that chooses you, love that doesn't play games, or make you guess. Love that feels like peace, like home, like me. And no, you won't have to chase it, you won't have to beg for it, you won't have to prove you deserve it. It will find you, because it was sent by me. And when it arrives, you'll know, not because it's perfect, but because it's aligned, and alignment brings rest. You've carried tension for too long, in your chest, in your jaw, in your soul. I'm easing it now, I'm softening your spirit, I'm quieting the lies that said you weren't enough. I'm unraveling the beliefs that kept you small. You were never meant to live in survival mode forever, you were meant to thrive, to expand, to live wide open, even after the heartbreak. Yes, even after the heartbreak, you're allowed to build something new. You're allowed to feel joy that doesn't end in loss. You're allowed to be happy again, truly, deeply, unapologetically happy. That happiness isn't betrayal, it's redemption, it's the evidence that love outlives loss, that joy can follow sorrow, that life can begin again, even here, even now. So take the pressure off yourself, breathe deep, release what you were never meant to carry. And trust that what's coming next doesn't require striving, it requires receiving. I am placing blessings in your hands that you didn't earn, but you endured for. I'm gifting you grace in places you used to feel guilt. I'm filling your future with light, not because of what you did, but because of who you are to me. And who you are to me is everything. You are not a mistake, you are not forgotten, you are not alone. You are my beloved, and I've never taken my eyes off you, not for 1 second. Every time you cried, I caught it, every time you broke, I held you, every time you questioned, if you'd ever feel whole again, I whispered, just wait. And now the wait is over, the season has shifted, the atmosphere around your life is clearing. The fog is lifting, the light is returning. This isn't just a feeling, it's a reality being birthed, through every moment you choose to keep going. Through every morning you rise, even when the grief feels heavy. Through every quiet decision, to stay soft, in a world that tells you to harden. You are doing better than you think, you are stronger than you know, and you are closer than ever, to everything you've been praying for. Don't let fear pull you backwards, don't let regret steal your vision, don't let disappointment make you settle. I'm doing something new, and I need you to trust me again, not just with your words, but with your steps. Yes, keep walking, even if it's slow, even if it's shaky, even if you're still healing. There is no pace that disqualifies you from my promise. I will match you where you are, I will carry what you can't, I will fill in the gaps of your faith with grace. You don't have to have it all figured out, you just have to say yes. Yes to life again, yes to love again, yes to hope again, yes to the version of you that's not defined by pain, but refined by it. That version is emerging now, stronger, softer, braver, wiser, and so ready. Ready to receive, ready to be seen, ready to rise, not as who the world told you to be, but as who I created you to be. You are my masterpiece, my messenger, my miracle. And your life is not behind you, it's ahead of you, full of wonder, full of purpose, full of me. So keep your heart open, keep your eyes lifted, watch what happens next. Watch how I turn everything around, not just for your good, but for my glory. Because what I'm doing in your life will not only bless you, it will bless generations, it will break cycles, it will rewrite stories, it will echo into eternity. And it starts here, in this moment, in this sacred breath, in this holy whisper, that says you're ready, you're enough, you're chosen, and your time is now. So take a breath, child, let this be the moment, your shoulders drop, your chest expands, and your soul exhales the pain it's been holding for far too long. Let this be the day you finally stop carrying what was never meant to stay. Because everything is changing now, yes, right now. Not tomorrow, not in some distant future, but in this breath, this moment, this holy unfolding. You don't need to strive to earn what's coming. You don't need to hustle to prove you're worthy. I've already seen the cost, I've already counted every tear. And now I'm sending a reward that far exceeds the weight you've carried. You've sowed in secret, you've prayed when no one saw, you've stayed faithful, even when it felt like nothing was moving. But oh, how heaven was moving, behind the scenes, within the delays, inside the silence. And now everything that was hidden is being revealed. What was buried is coming alive. The promises I whispered when you were weary are now taking form in your reality. Doors that were once closed are unlocking. Rooms you thought you'd never enter are being prepared just for you. And you won't have to knock twice. The moment you arrive, the atmosphere will shift, because it was made to recognize the one I've anointed. You are that anointed one, you are not forgotten, overlooked, or dismissed. You are divinely appointed for such a time as this. And the weight of that calling may have felt heavy at times, but it's because what you carry is holy, sacred, meant to change lives, meant to change your life first. So yes, expect the shift, expect the invitation, expect the divine interruption that realigns everything. It's not going to make sense at first, but it will feel like truth. You'll recognize it by the way your spirit responds. Peace will wrap around you like a warm wind. Signs will begin to multiply, you'll see numbers, names, moments that line up so perfectly, you'll have no choice but to admit, God did this. And child, I did. I orchestrated it all, the heartbreaks that softened your edges, the delays that built your patience, the losses that made room for what's better. I didn't cause the pain, but I did promise to redeem it, and that redemption is happening now. Even the person in heaven, the one your soul aches for, they are part of this. They're watching the pieces come together, and smiling, because they knew you would make it here. They saw the strength in you, long before you did. And now that strength is shining, not loud, not forced, but steady, powerful, undeniable. That's the light I placed in you, that's the light darkness could not destroy. Let it guide you now, let it lead you into every room where you were once denied. Let it light the path through decisions you've been unsure about. Let it reveal the truth you've been seeking. You don't need a map anymore, you need me, and I'm right here. The journey ahead won't be without challenge, but it will be full of clarity. You'll feel aligned instead of lost, you'll sense momentum where there used to be resistance. And the dreams that once felt distant, they're coming closer. The vision you almost gave up on, it's breathing again. Don't give up now, don't let fear whisper you back into hiding. You've been called out, into the open, into destiny, into love, into purpose. And this love that's coming, it's not ordinary, it's not familiar. It won't echo the pain of your past, it will speak the healing of your future. It will feel like home, not because it's perfect, but because it's real. Because it comes from a place I've prepared just for you, a person I've been shaping, refining, softening, just like I've done with you. You won't miss it, you won't question it. It will come wrapped in peace, carried by kindness, filled with the kind of grace you thought only existed in stories. But this is your story now, and I'm writing it in real time, with real blessings, real joy, real encounters, that shift everything. So don't be surprised if tears come without warning. That's your soul releasing, the residue of yesterday. Don't be alarmed when you feel lighter, more clear, more you, than ever before. That's alignment, that's restoration, that's my spirit clearing out everything that tried to suffocate your light. You were never too much, you were never too sensitive, you were never wrong for caring deeply, loving fully, hoping recklessly. That's what makes you like me, and I'm using that heart of yours to carry my love into places others won't go. You are a vessel of light, a carrier of peace, a walking testimony of what it means to be loved by God, healed by heaven, and guided by something greater. So walk boldly now, let your steps be full of faith, not fear. Let your decisions reflect the truth, that you are guided, protected, supported, in every direction. Let your voice echo the love that's been planted in you, and let your hands stay open, ready to receive what I'm pouring in, and ready to release what no longer belongs. Because this is the moment, not just of breakthrough, but of embodiment. You're not just hoping anymore, you're becoming. Becoming who I always said you were, becoming everything the enemy tried to stop, becoming the light, the voice, the presence this world needs. And you're not alone in it, heaven is backing you, angels are surrounding you. The one you love and miss so dearly, they're still with you, not in the way you once knew, but in a way that transcends time. Their joy is complete, and now they want yours to be too. They'll walk beside you in silence, speak to you through signs, guide you when you feel lost. And I will always be speaking, through the stillness, the scriptures, the synchronicities, I'll never leave you guessing. So lift your head, open your heart, stand in your light. The wait is over, the time is now, and the glory that's about to unfold in your life will be undeniable, unstoppable, and unforgettable. Amen.